welcome to the Blue Fern Yarn podcast. My name's Shannon and I'm coming to you from Norwich in Norfolk in the UK. And you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Blue Fern Yarns, and you can also find me at my website bluefernyarns.co.uk, where you will find my hand-dyed yarns, high knitting needles, crochet hooks and accessories, and some handmade stitch markers which I make myself. You may notice I'm in a bit of a different location. I'm still in my house. I am actually in my lounge. So normally when I record this I am in my office upstairs, but today I am in my lounge because my Christmas tree is behind me, and I just wanted it to look a little bit more festive. I don't have too many decorations up, but I do have a few. I've got a few lights sort of around the room and they're all on, and some of them are twinkling, so like my attention goes over there. It's because the lights are twinkling. But yes, I only have a small tree. I do want a bigger one, but my partner has put his foot down and said not this year. Don't know why. Probably because we did spend a lot of money on the kitchen. So if I get a new Christmas tree, I'll have to get more decorations, which means spending more money. Which is probably why he's being very sensible, but he's way too sensible sometimes. Anyway, I have got a couple of crafts to show you today that I've been working on, and if you follow me on Instagram you've possibly seen them already. I've got a couple of whips, and I've got a little bit of information about my shop update right at the end, and yes, so we'll just jump straight through. Just going to have a sip of my tea. So I wanted to show you some of the crafts that I've been doing. So it's still all sort of yarn related, and I have a little one which is just here, and it's a mini rainbow. So my gorgeous friend Sammy from Sammy's Rainbows, she makes thousands of these. I don't know how her hands are not all cramped up and seized up, because my hands are after making one. But this is one of them, and I have made a couple of others, but I've gifted them to friends who have wanted them. I am considering making a few more to put on my shop to sell, because they are a lot of fun to make, but this is just one that I kept myself just because I like texture, so I like the fluffiness. This is just one of them that I've got as an example. And it's a lot of fun to actually make. I really enjoyed making them. I've got a few that I've made, but obviously I haven't got them anymore because I've gifted them to friends. And it looks like we might get my cat to join us today. Are you going to join us, Bennett? No, he's not sure. Anyway, we'll carry on. He may or may not join us in a bit. And the other craft I've been doing is these little Christmas tree cones. So what they are, if I just turn it around, it's just wrapped in yarn, and then I've got these cute little pom-poms which are effectively the baubles, and that is just one of them. I have made a red version of this for my mum because she wanted one. Oh, I put that one slightly too far out of reach. And here is another one. So obviously you can see that they are actually quite massive. I don't want to use my head as a size reference, but apparently I'm going to anyway. So they are quite massive, and I had loads of fun making these. So I think that for next year I am probably going to be making a few of these, putting them on the website for you guys if you're interested. If you are interested, do get in touch. Yeah, they were a lot of fun to make, and I really enjoy well, any yarn craft really, but this was such fun, making it almost look like tinsel all the way around. Yeah, I've got a few more cones, and I plan to do a few more just to decorate around the house, so then I've got a few more festive decorations. all around. But yeah, they're sort of the yarny crafty things that I've been doing that is not knitting, because I haven't really I haven't felt very crafty. I haven't really done much knitting, as you'll see in a bit. I kind of just haven't wanted to do anything. I don't know why. I think it's just the change in the seasons, the fact that it's a lot colder now. Yeah, I just sat there and watched TV without knitting, which is really weird for me. And it has made my evenings sort of drag. I didn't realise how much I relied on my knitting to sort of make the evening go. Especially when you spend so much time indoors at the moment, because of the COVID situation. Yeah, I have really relied on it and didn't realise how much I relied on it. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I just haven't really done much, which is why I didn't put a podcast up last week. This is probably going to be the only festive one that I actually put up before Christmas. There might be another one right at the end of December, but just to sort of wrap up the year. But otherwise, there's probably only going to be another podcast in early January. So hopefully not too disappointed, but we will see. So on to my whips. So I'm just going to show you a picture of the pattern that I am working from, and that's my jumper that I have mentioned before. And I've got the wrong book. Hold on, sorry about that. I had the wrong book. I've now got the right book, and I think I may have moved my camera over, but anyway. I've now got the right book, so I'm going to show you this picture. So this is the jumper that I started making, and it is my first ever jumper that I am making. The lights are all shining on the plastic paper. So what I could do, which should make it a lot easier, I think. So here is the jumper that I am making. It is the Trescao jumper, and it is by Anna someone. Let me see if I can find it. Anna Dervout, that's it. So this is the pattern that I'm making, and it is by Anna Dervout, who is an amazing pattern designer. She's got lots of patterns that one day I would like to make. So that's sort of the front of it, and there is a picture of the back. And you've got this gorgeous eyelet detail around the raglan. And you can either make it in DK, or on this picture you can see that it's got a bit more of a halo. So she's made that one with holding 4-ply, and I think she's put mohair with it to get the fluffy texture. So that's the jumper that I'm making. Now let's have a look at how far I've got, which isn't too far. So we'll do the project bag first. So the project bag is just this one that I got from HobbyCraft a while ago. It's just a plain white canvas one, and I just put all my badges on there. I will link it all below so you can see it. And there we go. This is my jumper that I've done so far. So last time I think I had almost finished the sort of the body of the jumper. So I have actually finished the body of the jumper to the pattern. However, it is quite a cropped jumper. The back is supposed to be slightly longer. And I haven't done that bit yet. And I think it's just German short rows shaping. What I want to do is I want to make the sleeves as long as I want them, to see how much yarn I've got left over to make the jumper slightly longer. I do want it more cropped than, say, my usual jumpers that I wear. But yes, so I've done a tiny bit at the bottom since last time, and I've done this much of my sleeve, my first sleeve, and I think I've decided that I don't like knitting sleeves. I don't know why, I find it quite boring. Happy to go round and round on the body where it's big and you've got lots of stitches, but apparently not so fun on doing the sleeve. So, mother, if you're watching, if I cook you dinner, do you fancy coming over and helping me with my sleeves? I'm sure I'll get a phone call if she watches this at some point. But yes, I'm bored with the sleeve. It's just not that interesting, is it? You just go round and round and decrease every now and again. But yeah, the jumper, I am really pleased with it. I love the colour. The colourway is my own hand-dyed yarn, and it is in the colourway Concrete. And I just loved this sort of mild effect that it gives, which is just so much fun. One of the questions I did ask you guys last time, and I had a lot of people get in touch with me, and it was really handy, was because I had a bit of a problem when I was alternating skeins. So I think you can see it's just a bit messy. It's not horrid, and far away I suppose you can't really notice it, but I think just because it's really close to me, I'll put it really close to you guys so you can see it as well. I didn't know what I was doing wrong, and I couldn't understand it, and a lot of you did comment, and now that I'm trying to think of it, I can't think of the name of the type of knitting. I want to say it's like Helvetica or something like that. I will put either a comment on the screen of the type of knitting that you need to do, or put it in the down bar definitely, so you can, if any other newbie knitters are out there and wanting to know what kind of knitting you need to do to make sure you don't get that weird mark there. I've had a quick go on like a swatch, and it's so much better. I did undo the swatch because I used that swatch yarn for something else, but I had a go and it works so well. I can't wait to cast on another jumper and maybe get my mum to do the sleeves again. So then I can have a proper go and have a nice finish to it all. But yes, anyway, so that is my Trescao jumper. Like I said, I haven't done too much just because I can do the sleeves, I just don't want to. It's not too bad. I've done a little bit. It's a really poor excuse for the amount of knitting that I usually do, isn't it? Considering I got most of the body done in like 3 days. Yeah. Never mind. But yeah, hopefully I will sit down, I will do more of that jumper so then I can cast on another one. But I'm not casting on another one until that one's done. That is what I've told myself. That is probably not what I'm going to stick to. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, I think we all do that, don't we? We all say, oh yeah, we're going to finish that one before we start another project. And I don't know any knitters that actually stick to that. I'm not sure. Anyway, so again, you may have seen this on my Instagram stories. I am sort of making a shawl up as I go. So yeah, just literally making it up as I go, trying new stitches, seeing how it goes. And I got Ellie from Craft House Magic's advent calendar, yarn advent. so excited about this. So I knew that she was doing it in a fade because she was doing it for a design of a wrap that she's done. And I want to make that wrap, but I didn't want to make it in these colours because I think that anyone who's bought this yarn advent may be doing it in those colours, and I just didn't want the exact same one as everyone else. So I figured I would do that wrap at another time. But with her yarn advent, the colours are gorgeous, and it is such a gorgeous fade. I will show you in a second. So yeah, literally I'm just trying different stitches and seeing how it works, and I'm really pleased with how it's working. So these are the colours and obviously what I have been working on. So she hasn't named all the individual colours, but you've got this gorgeous soft peachy pink with some charcoal black speckles. They're not quite black, it's not as harsh, so I think it's more charcoal. Charcoal speckles, which is just gorgeous. And then it fades into this lovely soft pink. And I've just done some little eyelets in there as well. Then there's this has to be one of my favourite stitches now. I think it's called the basket stitch. I think that, there you go, you can see it a little bit better just there. But yeah, so it fades into the next colour, and then there's this other lacy sort of stitch detail. I don't know what that one's called. I will try and find it, but it looks like sort of yacht sails, doesn't it? Do you see what I mean? So it looks like yacht sails, which I think is very, very pretty. And then this one is another one of my favourites. It's just it's just called Loop, and I'll show you where I got that one from in a minute. But yeah, it just creates this gorgeous texture. Apparently I'm all about texture at the moment. But yeah, I think, and I've also done a would you like to see this pattern written up and sold as a wrap. And I've had a lot of people interested in making their own version of this one. So I think this is going to be sort of my test one, see how I get on with various different stitches. And I think every colour will have a different stitch. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. But I think I'm going to write it up as a bit of a pattern as well. Let's come back. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And to neaten up the edges, because they are all curling, I think I'm going to do an I-cord bind off. And I've already decided that I'm just going to do that in my own Silver Fern colourway, just because it's pale and it will go with all the colours. And I have a feeling that all of Ellie's advent colours may be quite pale, and I'm not sure. I know it's a fade, so she hasn't gone that dark on these, so I don't see it going very dark further down the line. But obviously, if she does, she does. I don't know. I haven't opened all of them yet. I got the 24-day 20-gram mini. I was having a rubbish day when I bought it, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to treat myself. I was only going to get the 10-gram one, but actually I'm really pleased that I got the 20 grams because I've got a little bit left over, which I can add to one of my crochet blankets or something like that. But yes, so that's what my other whip that I am sort of concentrating on at the moment. I only cast it on, was it last week? I think it was like Monday or Tuesday last week. This week, because we're only on Saturday. So yeah, I haven't been working on it too long, but I've just been finding different stitches and I just love it. I think you can tell that I'm sort of doing a texture, lace, texture, lace, texture. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And watch this space for a pattern. Hopefully I'll get a pattern out and I may even make it work to an actual advent colourway. What do you call it? Advent, yarn advent. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Honestly, I must be so tired today. Didn't sleep very well, but never mind. And I didn't show you the project bag that I'm using. Is this gorgeous little penguin one, and I thought it was perfect for winter. I don't have any winter project bags, which I might have to sort of fix and get some. But yes, this gorgeous little penguin one is perfect for the winter Christmas season, and that is by FibreFox. It's not her who makes them, I think it's her mum who makes them, but yeah, it's just like a little project bag, but you've got lots of space in there. You can see that I've got the project in there with the yarn that I'm working with at the moment, but yes, so that is that. That is all my whips that I'm working on and my little crafts. I have got a purchase, so because of the wrap that I've been making at the moment, I treated myself to a book, and it is this. It is a mammoth book. So it's the Ultimate Knit Stitch Bible, and you've got 750 knit, pearl, cable, lace and colour stitches, and it's by C&B Crafts. So, oh, I didn't realise the writing would go the other way. I'll put it on the screen so it's the right way around for you. But yeah, this, honestly, I love looking through this. This is brilliant. It's very good actually, and I do recommend it. I actually bought it from Amazon because they were having like an Amazon deal and it was £20. I think it's usually about 25. I will put the link below where I got it. I tried to search for it from someone independent, but I couldn't find something similar. I found one where there was like 25 different stitches and I just wanted more than just 25, but it's very good. It goes through tools, equipment, starting off, so you've got all your cast ons, you've got cast off, pearl stitch, knit stitch, increasing, decreasing, joining a new colour on a pearl row. You've got so many different things, and then you've got all the abbreviations. Now I'm not going to show too much detail, but you've got 2 pages of A4 there, or nearly A4, with quite small writing full of abbreviations. So you wonder why you get really confused when you look at knitting. There's a lot there. Oh, I didn't see that one. So they've also got key to stitch diagrams. That's quite handy. So if you look at knitting charts, I think they're called, they usually have sort of a square with a symbol in it, and that means some sort of certain stitch. I haven't quite got there yet. I don't understand them, but this might actually help me. So it's got like sort of, well, a table on what a pearl looks like and what a knit stitch would look like and what a twist 3 back would look like. I've never even heard of that stitch. I don't know what that one is. But yeah, so you've got that, which is really handy, and then you get into the patterns. So they've separated it out into a few sections. So you've got knit and pearl stitches, you've got cable and Aran stitches. I haven't quite got all the way through this book yet. You've got lace and eyelet stitches. Oh, and you've got colour. You've got colour work. Oh my god, I've just opened it up. And this is the page that it's opened up onto. It says acrobats. They just like look like old ladies upside down. But anyway, so looks like I might be able to learn quite a bit. Oh, and you've got another section right at the end, and it's called edgings and trims, which looks lovely. I'm going to close the book, because otherwise I'm going to sit here and basically read the book and you can watch me read the book, which probably is not that fascinating. But yeah, so you've got 750 different stitches in here, and I cannot wait to have a go at all of them one day, but definitely the ones that I really like. So this, I mentioned on this one that this loop stitch actually came from that book. I bought the book, found that stitch and was like, oh my god, I've got to try that, and I really, really like how that turns out. It's got this gorgeous sort of almost a lattice effect. But anyway, I love that, and it's so easy. Honestly, it is like literally knitting and slipping stitches. That is it. Knitting and slipping. There's no purl. There's no nothing. Knitting and slipping, and that's how you get that gorgeous texture. But anyway, so yes, and that is sort of my only purchase. Obviously I've got my Advents, which I bought a while ago. So the Advents that I've got is the Craft House Magic one from Ellie, and I've also got the Nora George one, which, oh my god, I am loving opening every day. It is so random. I think a lot of them could work together as a fade, maybe not all of them, or maybe it's just because I haven't opened them all yet that I haven't got to that bit. But yes, I think that quite excited about that. So on to my shop update. So it's only a mini update that's happening on Sunday the 13th of December. And it's in collaboration with Twinset and Pearl. Now, Twinset and Pearl is made up of two people, two sisters, twins, Rachel and Jo, and they have used my yarn in one of their patterns. So I'm setting up a listing, and it's for 2 skeins. It's a pre-order for the time being until the pattern is released, and it's a pre-order of 2 skeins of my bamboo base, which is 80% superwash merino and 20% bamboo, and it is such a soft luxury yarn. It's lovely, and it's going to be in the colourway Concrete, which is just put that back down which is this colour. So this is my platinum base, which is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, and the other one was 80% superwash merino and 20% bamboo. So the bamboo is really good because it works like nylon, so it makes sure that it's a bit tougher and it's a bit hard wearing. And then you've got this merino for the really, really soft, lovely stuff. Anyway, so yeah, there's only going to be one of those listings going live tomorrow morning, and the pattern is called the Pod Hat and Cow. I will pop a picture in a bit. In fact, I'll put a picture in now. So this is the hat and the cow pattern that they have made. I have got my mum actually making up a sample of the hat for me, and I will hopefully show that to you on the next podcast. If I can jump on very quickly, I will try and do that instead as well, so then you actually get to see what it looks like when somebody's wearing the hat. Anyway, so yes, so they have these pair are amazing. They have got some amazing patterns between them, and it's lovely to watch, like 2 people work together and come up with an amazing sort of catalogue of patterns between them. So yeah, I can't wait to see what other ones they do. But yes, so there will be a listing in my shop. Sorry, this is a bit all over the place because I've got so many thoughts going in my mind. I'm just trying to get them all out. But yes, so that will be going live tomorrow, and you can get your pre-order, and obviously it will be shipped on the 18th of December, which is when their pattern is going to be released. I will try and get it out before the 18th, but obviously just drying times and things like that just takes that little bit longer at the moment, just because it's cold, miserable weather. It's just not as nice as summer, where yarn just dries like that. It's so quick. Anyway, yeah, so that's the only update that I've really got. I will also mention that my winter yarn boxes will be coming off the shop for pre-order next week. That is because I'm going to start dyeing them up. So they are a box of 6 mini skeins, so you can get like 6 times 20 grams, or you can get 6 times 10 grams of yarn, and all the colours are going to be unique colourways that have not been released by myself yet, and they will not be re-dyed for a minimum of 6 months, so probably not going to come back to the shop until next year, but we shall see. You do also have an option to get a one-of-a-kind Bailey Bop Designs winter project bag, also included in the options, so you can select one of the project bags if you want one of those to go with it as well, and there's some other little goodies that will be included in there as well. And yeah, I think that is probably everything. But yeah, it was lovely to talk to you all. If you have stuck all the way to the end, thank you. If you are a new watcher, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, so you can see all of my future podcasts and videos that I may upload. If you're returning, thank you. It's lovely to virtually see you again. Is that what you say? Just really appreciate you returning. And yes, thank you very much. Bye.